Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dorothy Chia Piano, where I talk about all things piano teaching and piano learning. So, today we continue on the subject of finding piano teachers, and today we're going to look at teachers that come to your house. Let's begin. So usually teachers that come to the house is because parents enjoy the flexibility and the convenience. They don't need to leave the house. They can stay at home. The kids are at home, and the teachers come to the residence. Okay, and teachers who choose to teach at students' place usually is because of the following reason. One, the teacher stays at a rented place. All right, they could be here on a contract basis. They are foreigners, and they could be staying at rental units, so they don't have their own pianos. So on their off days, they go around teaching in taking in private students, and then they don't mind traveling to the student's house. Okay, so we have that category of teachers. We also have teachers, experienced teachers, Singaporean teachers who prefer to go to students' house because they want to keep their own house private, and they want the family space to be sacred just for their own family, so that they protect the living space as not a workspace. So coming back to the home is just for rest, for the kids to feel that they can do their homework quietly, for the husband to come back and feel rested. So the family place is kept private, so they don't mind going to students' house or to the music school. So we have that category. Then the third category are new and young teachers starting out. So the new and young teachers starting out, because they don't have existing students, and there is a demand out there for parents looking for teachers to go to their house. They don't mind traveling, so they will maybe specialize in an area like Sengkang, and they just teach around that area. So they start to build a clientele, and very often these teachers, once they have established themselves, they will end up also teaching from their own residence or starting to build a music school. Okay, so those three categories. How does that affect the teaching? Well, technically, it doesn't, because teaching is teaching. So whether you're teaching at the school or at your own residence or at the student's residence, your teaching should be consistent. Okay, but I can think of, let's say, a traveling teacher might carry limited teaching aids. It's heavy, so especially if you use public transport, yeah, you don't want a heavy bag. Yeah, so you might make the student buy their own set of oral books, their own set of uh, um, sight reading books, for example. So like for me, I carry all the grades of sight reading and all the grades of oral. So when the students come here, they use my copy. Yeah, they don't need to use a personal copy. But that if you are traveling, then I've known teachers who make the students buy their own copy, so they don't need to lug the theory oral book along. All right. How does teaching at students' residence affect learning? Well, I can think of several. Okay. First of all, the child is in a familiar surrounding. So there's more distractions. We're in the middle of a 45-minute lesson or 30-minute lesson. Sometimes they will just get up and say, I'm thirsty, and they go to the kitchen to pour themselves a drink. Or they say, oh, wait, I need to go toilet. And then they will run around, and so the teacher have to keep them still for the duration of the piano lessons. And for young children, that's a bit more difficult. All right. Secondly, parents are around. There are pros and cons to this, but because the parents are around, it doesn't empower the teacher. Okay, the kid also know that the parents are around, and so the parents have the final say, and so the teachers tend to say safe things. So corrections are limited, bad things are limited, and the teacher might not even say the bad things, keeping the the conversation to only positive. But of course, we know that to improve, we have to tackle what needs to be done, what is well done, what needs improvement. So it's important that teachers are empowered to fix the wrong things and to also say the good things as well as the bad things. Uh, so this is for the teaching of piano lessons conducted at students' house. So I've done all three: the teaching, learning at the teacher's place, learning at the music school, and learning at home, where the teacher comes to your house. So which one do you prefer? Or do you think it's age related? So if you're older, you prefer to go to the teacher's place, and when you're younger, you either choose music schools for group lessons or have the teacher come to your house. Tell me, do share with me from your perspective as students and as parents. All right, so till my next video, bye bye.